Alright guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Hamish, I'm the founder of AI, a local artificial intelligence studio based here in Queensland. We help businesses in the real estate sector and related industries really streamline their processes thanks to AI in the form of, many different things. So if you're interested in this, get in touch at atechds.com, we can sort you out. So today's video guys is actually about GPT-4o. When we started this journey in the world of AI, we started with something called text-to-Vinci. What this was the birth of artificial intelligence, not as we know it now, but the starting point of it. This could be in the form of completions. This is a very technical video. I'll try my best to simplify it as much as I can. Basically, the idea of completions was you would give it a system prompt, then you'd give it a user prompt, then it would generate the response. Now, this is fundamentally the exact same process that has been applied to 3.5 GPT. It's been applied to GPT-4. And it's been applied to GPT 4.5 Turbo. So this is essentially how it works. You give it a system prompt. For example, you are Nina from AI and you are Hamish's personal assistant. So you'll just be explaining the role, task, all that kind of thing. And then the user prompt would be like, hey, this is what I've got here. Can you sort this out for me? And then it would take that prompt, then it would generate the response. So the completion would go system prompt first with the role. Then it would be the user prompt. So this is the request. Then generates the response, which is the answer. Make sense? And this is all connected here. Why do I bring this up? Because GPT-4o has changed the game completely. What GPT-4o does differently, it connects multiple different levels of modalities in the same model. So I need to now explain to you how GPT-4 can see things, right? And how it can generate images and that sort of thing. Once we had this established here, when GPT-4 came out, it could do the following. So it could generate text-based responses, it could generate images, and it could see things, right? Also, another thing that I'm missing out here, it could run code, which means it could do mathematical equations and calculations and do data analysis and all that kind of thing. That's fundamentally how GPT-4 worked, okay? And this is all built into the same model. To take this concept and then apply voice to it, for example, you have to do a couple of things here. So from this step, you would have to put the response, whatever, right? You'd have to put it into what's known as a speech to text. So in this case, that would be Whisper in the OPENAI aspect. It's a free service that just allows you to talk into a device and then it can transcribe the text for you and then send it to the GPT. But then to get the response back from this step, it had to go into a text to speech. Then it gets sent back to here, and then the model can determine if it's an image that it wants, if it wants it to see something, or if it's a code or something to analyze. So once it hits the text-to-speech, it then loads that and saves it into an MP3 file. And then it will generate the response / play audio. Before GPT-4o, this is how they would operate, okay? So use GPT-4 essentially to do the text, image, vision, code data, or any kind of large language model. Doesn't really matter what you use here. That would get sent to a speech-to-text synthesizer, usually Whisper. Then it would get sent to a text-to-speech API, which in this case is provided by OpenAI as well. And then that response gets saved into a file, which then allows the response to be played as an audio. More advanced users in my audience would be very quick to point out that this is all well and good, but what's the problem? Lag. Now, if you don't know what lag is, obviously you're not a gamer, but essentially lag in this case is response time. It's doing a speech to text to send the text over to the large language model or the AI. Then that AI is going to formulate a response, send it over to a text-to-speech model to then save it as a file, then plays the response, right? Takes up a lot of time. What is the solution? Well, that, GPT-4o. This is where the game gets completely changed, guys. Built in, outside of the box, text, vision, voice, audio, and video. And there's a reason for this, because we go back to the previous example. There were so many steps that was required in order to generate the response. Now, with GPT-4o, we can literally put it all in the same response, which is super, 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 super cool. You can imagine now what the process would look like, okay? So, user says something, and then from that, gets sent to GPT-4. And then from there, it decides what is required here. So, is it text? Is it vision? Is it voice? Is it video or audio? It determines that in less than a second as well. From there, it generates the response as needed. What's important to understand here, guys, is that all of this is now in one model. So you imagine what that can do for businesses that are relying on, super fast response times, especially if they're already using AI. Switching over to GPT-4o can allow you to do some really, really crazy things. Because what this means now is that we have entered the world of real time. So I don't know how many of you guys saw the OPENAI announcement or the conference that they did recently, and they showcased their latest voice assistants and all that kind of stuff. They're all using GPT-4o. The really cool thing is that because we're now entering this real-time space and everything is done under one model, it also means that it's now cost effective as well. Because although the speech to text was free, text to speech is not, right? So that's an additional cost that you need to add on top of that. Plus you're running, multiple executions at once. So processing power is being used a lot more than as opposed to doing everything from one universal model. We understand that, the voice side of things and the vision and text, right? We all get this. We know this. Where does these two come into play here? Video and audio. Well, remember when I said real time? We can now do real time streaming video and audio while we're having a call. You can just literally show it the world and be like, hey, what am I looking at? Can you help me solve this math problem? Or, does this look right? Is this correct? It could see and respond in real time, which is insane. So you imagine the level of personalized tutoring or personalized education that is unlocked for your children, for instance now, right? Because if they have any issues with their homework or anything like that, you can just literally pull up ChatGPT and be like, yo, they're here with you, and you can talk to them directly. I'll actually leave a link to this incredible video by Khan Academy testing this feature out, and you can see how Sal Khan's son is using this for his own studies. This is the future. We're literally here now, okay? And it's only going to get better over time. If anything, from my point of view, this is all a teaser to this, which I can't say, but if you can read that, that's perfect. And I'm going to remove it now, just in case if something goes wrong, or if my prediction is wrong or incorrect. From my point of view, that's what we're all waiting for, right? This aspect. But what we have here has managed to unlock a new level of efficiency for all of us. You've all used ChatGPT. I'm sure you all are aware of the amazing capabilities it has. Now with GPT-4o, those capabilities have been literally 10x. What's the potential here for your business? I guess only you can decide. But for now, thank you so much for watching. So if you like this type of content, please do leave a like and a comment down below telling me what exactly you liked about it, and more importantly, what you didn't like about it, so I can learn and perhaps make better content for you guys. If there's anything that I've missed out here, if there's anything crucial or important that I have missed out, especially, please do leave it in the comments below as well. I do want to keep making better and better content for you guys, so more people can get into this AI space, because there's no better time to be alive right now. If you're just a one-man band, if you're just a small team, don't think that AI is not there for your business. It seriously really is. The only difference is that, the people that are using it are already seeing the benefit, and the people that are, sitting on the fence, they're going to be shocked when their competitors are taking all their customers away because AI is just targeting them at a mass scale, which is something that humans just simply can't achieve. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to work with us, of course, atechds.com, check it out there. Why don't you book in an AI readiness check if you are in the real estate industry or similar? This also applies to tradies as well, guys. You love working with tradies because, you guys have a lot of calls coming in, a lot of inquiries, right? And a lot of your time gets wasted with tire kickers and all that stuff. We get it. We totally get it. I've personally spoken with, almost 80 to 90% of tradies around Townsville and Mackay, and they've all said the same thing. Mate, we can't find the right staff. Mate, we've got so much work here, but we just can't keep up with it. It's a lot of missed opportunities. If you think you're a business that's running like that, or you think, okay, yeah, this is something that is a problem in my business, reach out to us and we'll try and sort it out. But anyway, for now, guys, getting a bit long. So thanks for watching, and talk soon.